Welcome to Little John's Yarns. I'm Alicia, and today we're going to be looking at some jelly yarn. I noticed this jelly yarn a couple years ago, but I'm really seeing a lot now on TikTok, so I decided to give it a second look. I purchased this yarn myself with my own money from jellyyarns.com, so you don't have to worry about this being a sponsored video, but regardless, I always give my full, thorough view of whatever I'm looking at. So on this website, jellyyarns.com, they have a lot of different yarn colors, including glow in the dark that we're going to be looking at right here. But I did notice they don't have any red. They have every color but red, which is one of my favorite colors. And they also have two weight sizes. You have the option of getting this is a bulky weight one right here. I don't know if you can see the strand, and also a fine weight. But there is no in-between weight like a worsted weight, so it's not much difference between them, but you can notice like one is slightly thinner than the other. But don't worry, we're going to take this down to the table in a second so you can see this worked up close with a crochet hook. But before we do that, if you're wondering what in the world can you make with jelly yarn, we're going to take a look at my computer because they offer some free patterns on their website. We're going to see if these are even worth it. What I'm seeing, okay, I see they've got little wreaths. These aren't anything that I would particularly make. I think they're pretty cute. This tree over here, it's a little bit tacky. I would never make those. Let's see what else they got. They have a jelly yarn box. Would never make that. I do like this pattern right here with the crochet leaf. That's pretty, not crochet leaf, but the crochet plant basket. That's cute. Dog collar around the neck, would not make, but I do like the chain. Well, a lot of these patterns, I probably wouldn't make any of these, but I was smart. I looked up what else you can make. Their website, their patterns aren't the best, so I decided to Google myself and see what they had for options, other options. All right, so apparently to Google, there's a lot more things that you can make with this. I like the idea of a bracelet or a jelly rug. One of the patterns that they had on their website that I didn't see in their free pattern site, but it is a crochet coaster. I think that's what we're gonna make when we take it down the table. So I think we're gonna do that now. So let's take a look and take this yarn down to the table. First, we're gonna look at the fine weight yarn. This is a hot pink candy. You receive 85 yards or 75 meters of this. This is made from 100% vinyl. It feels just like the jelly yarn shoes you used to wear when you were little. So with each yarn comes this little salve. Let's see the camera adjust. Let me open up a container, and you just rub this on your hook if you notice your tension getting tight. I noticed the smell of this smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. So let me use some of this, rub it on my crochet hook. They recommend using a 5mm crochet hook. Right now, I'm completing a free pattern that's on their website. This is supposed to be a coaster. So let's work some of these stitches together. When I was working this was a very hard on your hand while I was working with it. So let me show you how some of these stitches work. I didn't find any trouble finding each one of the stitches. It was very easy, but I did notice while I'm working with the yarn that the yarn curls. I'm talking about the yarn curls down here. It'll spin on itself and get stuck together, and I'll have to pull and pull, and I'm noticing this stretches. So let me show you a few more stitches. All right, I think that's about good. Let me show you what my coaster looks like so far. It looks nothing like it does on the website. It curls so much. So as a coaster, I would never use this. So next we are going to look at the bulky weight yarn. The bulky weight is also 100% vinyl. This comes with 65 yards of yarn or 60 meters of yarn. So let me show you right here. I did not make a coaster with this one. I just made a double crochet row. I did notice this is even more tension or more stress on the hands working with the bulky weight. So let's go into the next stitch. After working these two little patterns, my hands hurt. So if you want to make a big pattern out of this, I definitely don't suggest it. All right. Oy. See how the thing starts twisting on itself, and I keep having to pull it apart and it keeps twisting back together. And let me take the hook out. As you can see, it really doesn't lay flat. It kind of twists. All right, so now you got to see how I work this. Now I'm going to take it back up and we're going to give this thing a final review. All right, so you got to see what it looks like being worked up. I forgot to show you, this one is a glow in the dark. So I'm going to take you in a dark room so we can see exactly how bright this glows. I'm not sure how, this is the darkest room I can get. And it's actually pretty cool when it glows in the dark. Oh, this is so awesome. And here's that little piece that I crocheted. Look at that. Sorry my camera isn't better, but this is the dark. So what do I think of this jelly yarn? Well, let me show you the things that I made. The crochet coaster looks nothing like the picture, and it curls a lot, so I can't imagine putting a cup on anything. But if I was to make a plant vase or something like that that would wrap around, that would be pretty good. And the pictures that I've seen where they made rugs, I just don't see how it would happen. I mean, I noticed when I put this, like the glow in the dark out in the sun, because I noticed when you put glow in the dark things out in the sun, they seem to glow more in the dark, if that makes sense. The yarn did seem to soften, if that makes sense, and lay a little bit flatter, so I guess if it was outdoors. But personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I may use this on my patio. Let's say I want to make a little cover for a cushion, not a full double crochet cushion. This will be something like chains. So if somebody's outside on the back patio in the dark, they'll be able to see like exactly where to sit. I think that would be something cool like that. But other than that, I am not the biggest fan. But if I was to make shoes with these, I would definitely recommend it. I would love to make not like a full crochet shoe, but something with like a sole that's already made and you crochet on top of the sole with this yarn. I think that would be cool. So I am ready to give you my final review. On a scale out of 1 to 5 balls of yarn, I'm going to give this jelly yarn, I would give it 3 balls of yarn. But if you're interested in this, I'll leave all the links down below for exactly where I purchased this yarn. All right, guys, I'll see you on the very next video. Bye.